Welcome back, tyrants and newcomers alike, to another episode of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. I know you didn't expect to see another episode of this up so soon, but the Apollo Justice voice acting thing has been going fantastically. I've already got people auditioning for everybody in Case 1 and 2, so all those, I'm awaiting people to send me their lines for those, so that'll be awesome. I really just want to get this series done now, because this is awesome. This is just really awesome, and this LP will be going up probably in January sometime. So, let's go. Let's continue. February 24th, High Prosecutor's Office, room 1202. I wonder if Edgeworth's back yet. There he is. It looks like he's writing something. Huh? What are you doing here? He sure was quick to throw that paper on the floor. Tough day in court, huh? I've had to live the past 2 years with rumors flying around. What's another allegation to me? Cheer up, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm rooting for you. That's Edgeworth for you. Always trying to hide his real feelings. So, what do you want? Unlike some people, I don't have all day. Talk to me, Edgeworth. Stop being Mr. Grumpy Pants. Forged evidence. There's no excuse for what I've done. 2 years ago, I used false evidence to obtain a guilty verdict. That's what it all breaks down to, and nothing I can do can erase that fact. But you didn't know, did you? I mean, that the evidence was falsified. The police department and the prosecutor's office share a bond of trust. If that bond is broken, we stand to lose everything. The police department's error is my error, my responsibility as the prosecutor in charge. That fact remains the same, no matter what excuses I might have. Mr. Edgeworth! I take pride in my work. So tell me why. Why has it all come to this? Even Edgeworth can't keep this kind of emotion bottled up. Tomorrow's trial. Are you up for the trial tomorrow? Humph. First last year's trial, and now this one. It seems all you do is worry about me. To be honest, you're getting on my nerves. But Mr. Edgeworth, you can't just walk out on the trial. Tomorrow is the last day, and it's too late to change prosecutors. I'll bet that's what my superiors are banking on. I never thought that case would come back to haunt me like this. What do you mean? That list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. It's only half as long as most lists. That's odd. After Neil Marshall was murdered, I became prosecutor for that case. I may not have been part of the investigation, but at the time there was only one thing on my mind. I'd use the evidence I was given to prove the suspect guilty. So, we just saw a picture taken around that time. That picture? Something seems strange about it. Oh yeah, the vase and the picture is together. That's what seems strange about it. Let's present and see what Edgeworth has to say. She'll probably be able to tell us more about the vase, at least. Gant team picture. This picture was hanging on the wall in Chief Gant's office. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He had just started making a name for himself. Looks like this was taken when he received the King of Prosecutors trophy. Speaking of that, there's something that bothers me. Yes? The trophy Mr. Marshall is holding. It's a little different than yours. Yes, you're right. I remember now. Remember what? That was the official prosecutor trophy used until that time. There's a story behind it. A story? Sounds interesting. Would you mind telling it to us? It's simple, really. Contradiction. That's what the award's based on. Tell me about said contradiction, Edgeworth. But first, tell me about the day of the crime. Could you tell us again about what happened that day? The day Detective Goodman was murdered? You were participating in a ceremony over at the station, right? I've never cared for ceremonies, but I had to attend that one. Because you were awarded this? Those receiving awards can't exactly skip out on the ceremony. I finished up at the office in the morning and then drove over to the police department. You finished up at the office? Yes, just odds and ends, clerical stuff. I didn't plan on returning to the office that day. That is, until I was asked to take something back. Take something back? This. Oh yeah, Chief Gant asked you to hold on to that, didn't he? Yes, it was a piece of evidence in a case that was closed half a year ago. He asked me to bring it back to the prosecutor's office. That's the story we heard yesterday. So you came back here to the prosecutor's office because the chief asked you to? That's right. Tell me about this prosecutor trophy. This award originates from an ancient Chinese tale. In Chinese, the word contradiction is written with 2 characters. The first means halberd, and the second means shield. Have you ever heard this story? Me? Sure, everyone knows that. Why don't you tell it, though, for, Emma's sake? Very well. Surprised she didn't say something about it. Long ago, in the kingdom of Chu, there was an arms merchant. One day, he presented the king with 2 items. The first was a halberd he claimed could slice through any shield or armor. The second was a shield he claimed could withstand any weapon. Wait a minute. Those claims contradict each other! You don't have to get so excited about it, Phoenix. Very perceptive, but then again, you've heard this story before, right? Anyways, you mentioned the very description of these items discredit them both. When the king pointed this out, the merchant was left speechless, and thus the Chinese word for contradiction was born. Oh, I see, so the chipped shield and broken knife symbolize. Precisely so. They symbolize the merchant's items. The ancient tale ends with a merchant at a loss for words, but it's in our nature to pursue matters to their conclusion. Even if it results in something as ugly as this. Wow, thanks, Mr. Edgeworth. I learned something new today. That's funny. If that's so, then why were you only given a shield? You'll have to ask Chief Gant. 2 years ago, he had the halberd part of the award abolished. Chief Gant? King of Prosecutors Trophy, updated in the court record. Man, everything seems to be revolving around Chief Gant. That should tell you something. And that guy is extremely suspicious. February 24th, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. Excuse me. Oh, it's this lady. Lord. Would either of you care for a quarter pound of roast beef? Miss Starr, I guess she's out of lunches. You certainly are the curious sort, aren't you? Kind of like the first person who sucked a cow's... What? I'm not even gonna... Yeah. Still, I never thought you'd go digging up that case from 2 years ago. Everyone in this trial was involved in the SL9 incident. Not only that, but the murder occurred on the very day the evidence was that from that case was due for transferal. This can't well be all be attributed to mere coincidence. Aren't you forgetting something? You know that little scene I happened to witness? The instant Lana stabbed Detective Goodman with a knife. No matter how much of the past you dig up, it won't change what I saw. Roast beef is meant to be savored when eaten. Miss Starr's hatred towards Lana. It all dates back to 2 years ago. Tell me about your hatred. I'm sure you have a ton of it. Dark investigation. Joe Doc, if that's a name I'll not soon forget. We trailed him for half a year. Oh, the pressure. Still, I don't think I was even ever more alive than I was then. Those days were steamier than a bowl of hot gravy. Poor old Jake Marshall, though, must have been going through hell. You mean because of his brother's death? They were close, those two. After Neil died, something took over Jake. He became obsessed. Seeing Jake like that made her all the more desperate. Her? Lana Skye. My sister? The best of the best were put on that SL9 case. Of course, they were led by that legendary duo. Lana and Chief Gant. After case closed, which is another anime show that used to be on, that legendary pair was the reason we were able to keep up our investigation. That's why we were so shocked over how it turned out. You mean with the forging of the evidence? Don't get me wrong, Joe Doc got what he deserved. Still, it was obvious the evidence produced in court was being manipulated. Items our team never found would suddenly appear while other items were kept secret. But you did not prove anything illegal was done. I'm proof enough of what happened. After that case, all of us save Goodman were relieved of our duties, most without even so much as an explanation. Then Lana Skye transferred to the prosecutor's office and became chief prosecutor. Lana always wanted to be a prosecutor. Nothing's quite as simple as it appears. Huh? Lana Skye was merely being used as a pawn. That's my take on the matter. She was being used? Tell me about this legendary duo. Damon Gant and Lana Skye. 2 years ago, Gant was chief detective and Lana's second in command. They were the best. They solved all kinds of cases together, didn't they? Damon Gant's magnetism in particular was almost unreal. His magnetism? By that I mean his ability to attract evidence. He'd produced the most incredible evidence in the cases he handled. Incredible evidence? You mean... Oh yes, there were rumors about him even back then. No one dared confront him, though. I take it she's talking about forged evidence. Back then, everyone looked up to Lana. All the detectives wanted to be like her. Really? Oh yes, myself included. I was a fool, really. She hated anything crooked and always watched out for the other detectives. That's why she was so concerned for Jake. Mr. Marshall! When Jake's brother was murdered, she felt as if she had lost her own brother. It wasn't for her, I don't think Jake would ever have recovered from his shock. That's what makes it all the more infuriating. Miss Starr! That's why. I'll never be able to forgive her. Why did she have to turn so cold after that? Being used. Wow, this is depressing. Lana transferred to the prosecutor's office 2 years ago, didn't she? Yes, thanks to Chief Gant's powerful influence. Chief... That's right. Having solved the SL9 case, his position as chief was secured. There was only one thing left for him to control, and then no one could stand in his way. The prosecutor's office. What? You mean, that's why Lana was transferred? If he could control the chief prosecutor, he can control the prosecutor's office. That must have been his goal all along. But how could he control Lana? I don't know, but one thing's for sure. Ever since that case ended, she's never been the same. It's only logical to conclude there must have been a reason for her change. At last. I'm finally getting close to the bottom of this ugly mess. Thank you, Miss Starr. You listen to me, rookie. It takes more than just ingredients to create fine cuisine. I hope you turn out to be a better chief than I've been. I hope he does too. Now, let's move back to the detention center, maybe. Is there anything to talk to Lana about? Nope. Nothing to talk to Lana about. Possibly then, back to criminal affairs? Yeah, maybe we can go back here. February 24th, Police Department, Criminal Affairs. Oh, you're back! You're still here? I gotta make 150 copies of these files. Brewing coffee, copying files. I'm turning into a regular DJ. You're a DJ as well? If I'm not mistaken, I think he means desk jockey. Wah, 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 wah. Do, 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 wow. Oh, that DJ. Oh, that DJ. I gotta admire your proficiency, but my answer's still no. I'm not letting you in the chief's office, period. That'd be my neck in the line. That office is the last crime scene in the SL9 incident. I have to take a look in there. There's gotta be something we can do to make this detective change his mind. What can we do with this question here? Let's see here. Can we present something? We've got to, like, present something, maybe. Let's see here. Why don't we present the Blue Badger? Maybe he has something to do with it. This guy almost made us lose the case today. What are you talking about? He was guarding a blood stain on that evidence locker with his life. That's more than you could say about most officers nowadays. It would have saved us a lot of trouble if he hadn't guarded it so well. I have to admit, he's right, though. Thanks to the Blue Badger, we were able to prove another possibility today. The possibility that another murder took place prior to 5:15. True. Maybe if we present this. Let me share a little advice with you, detective. If you don't have a clue, keep your trap shut. I'll keep that in mind. Chief! What about this SL9 file? I've been studying up on these files. There is nothing wrong with Mr. Edgeworth's presentation. To think people are accusing him of injustice. I, for one, ain't buying it, pal. You're looking into the case for Mr. Edgeworth? Yeah, it was a pretty big deal while it was going on, you know. After all, a serial killer was on the loose. Well, Lana was pretty clear in her confession. She forged evidence in order to prove Joe Gart guilty. What about this? Gant team picture. Nope. What about this videotape? What about this? About that jar. I think I've seen it before somewhere. Somewhere? Or maybe it's one of those memories people have from previous lives. This must be the most uninformed detective I've ever met. Something about it makes me feel uneasy. It's like I'm in the chief's office and he's yelling at me. Chief Gant? Where could I have seen that before? I can tell you, it's in this photo, god dang it. Dang it, but he won't tell me anything about the photo. What about this ID card record? That's the ID card record, isn't it? Yes, there's only one number left to investigate. At 4:20 p.m., the victim, Detective Goodman, must have entered the evidence room as someone else. Someone with an executive officer number. That's 17 too many, Detective. An executive officer. It might have been a hunch. God dang it. What do I have to do here? Hey, that's it! That's the King of Prosecutors Award that Miss Edgeworth got the other day. Were you at the awards ceremony, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself. Ah, congratulations. So, this design's based on an old Chinese parable, right? Yeah, everyone knows that. This dragon, yeah, that's it, a dragon. You got a thing for shields, see? That's not exactly the version we heard. No, but this one sounds more exciting. Anyway, it gets kind of gory after that. I'll spare you the details. Okay, Goodman's ID. This ID card belongs to the victim, Detective Bruce Goodman. You can do just about anything these days with a card and a secret number. Scary. It's only scary because you keep dropping your card, Detective Gumshoe. But I forgot my secret number a lot too. I'm scared of myself, but I'm me after all, and what could be wrong with that? I think I'll stay out of this conversation. I do not blame you. Alright. What if we presented the attorney's badge? Sometimes that works. Detective, here is my attorney's badge. You show this to me every time we meet, pal. Real men show their police badge, enough said. I wish I had a badge. I wish I had a badge, typo. Okay, even an ID card would be nice. So did I unlock anything with that? We must have to show... There must be something else we have to show to somebody. That's all I can say. So if we go to the underground parking lot and show the jar to this lady, then maybe she can tell us about it. Possibly. Don't have anything else to tell you. Miss Starr, the only thing I can give you now is a poppy seed rice set. Talk about cheap. Eat this and maybe you'll be able to tell black from white in court tomorrow. Well, I hope you can tell me something else because you will need to. No? Okay. Can you tell me anything about SL9? Okay, it looks like we pretty much worn all the options for Angel out. Does she have 4 options already? Yes, she does. Okay, so we've worn all the options for her out. What if we go back to Edgeworth? Would he be able to tell us anything? How many options for him have we done? Probably all 4, right? Yes, we have. Okay, so we've worn all the options for him out. The only thing is to go back to Gumshoe. Let's go back to Gumshoe. Let's go back to Gumshoe. Seriously, though, let's go to Gumshoe. Alright, criminal affairs. Dang it, Gumshoe, tell me something I don't know. Oh, god dang it. What about this evidence locker? No locker can be opened without a fingerprint match. Besides, there's no reason for the murderer to touch his own locker. So, wasn't your locker the one with the blood on it, Detective? The handprint of the real murderer's gloved hand, without any fingerprints. Shh! If they come to arrest me, you'll defend me, won't you? If that happens, I think you'll do better pleading with Edgeworth. Seriously, okay. Marshall's prints. Can't believe Officer Marshall will do something like that. You know Officer Marshall? Of course I do. He was like a mentor to me. When I first started out, he even gave me a small cactus. Really? He said, Dick, she'll lessen all your troubles. Note to self, Detective Gumshoe talks to a cactus. Hard to believe he's just a patrolman now. Something ought to trade places with him. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Wow, okay. Nothing on the evidence room floor plans. What about Goodman's lost item report? Geez, Gumshoe tells us stuff about everything. Oh, a lost item report, huh? Very impressive, Detective. You knew what it was right off the bat. Well, I'm a master of misplacement, you know. Master? That has such a cool ring to it. The way I see it, if things aren't meant to be lost, then they're meant to be lost. There's a higher power at work here. Wow, a higher power. Maybe I shouldn't let Emma hold any evidence. Seriously. What about Neil? Nope. What about this videotape? We already asked about it, okay. What about this rubber glove? Nope. What about these floor plans? What about this screwdriver? Nope. What about this fingerprinting set? Hi, that powder is used for detecting fingerprints. Yeah, Mr. Edgeworth gave it to us. He did what? All I have is some flour. Are you okay, Detective? Quick, run! Achoo! What the heck just happened? It's a gum sneeze. If it's any help, one time I took a nap on a bench with wet paint. Why am I not comforted? Seriously. What about this luminol? Hey, I just bought some of that stuff. Now I can go around detecting blood traces too. Wow, is that a new type? I've never seen that bottle before. Add 3 inches to your base height. Base height? Hey, let me see that. Looming tall. New and improved growth formula. You mean this can't detect any blood traces? Well, it's not quite the same thing as luminol. So that's why the lady at the counter had that mark on her face. Wow, okay then. Okay, we asked about the switchblade knife already. Yes, shut up. What about this shoe? Nope. What about this crime photo? Well, that's the photo that Miss Starr took. Anything you can tell us about it? The Miss Starr is quite the lady. Why, I remember it was winter. I was 16. She was the only one who ever got me to talk about what happened. 16? That's how old I am now! I wonder what happened. I wonder if Detective Gumshoe wore a trench coat in high school, too. That's the last thing I'm thinking about right now. Nothing there. What about the cell phone? Nope. God, have I done literally everything already? I already done that. What am I missing here? My God. Goodman's autopsy report. Parking stub. Found him, Mr. Edgeworth's car stabbed with Mr. Edgeworth's knife, huh? What would drive chief prosecutor Scott to do such a thing? Yeah. Wait, I didn't mean, yes, shut up. Okay, what about this knife? Yes, we've been through this already. Wow, so I have, like, 0 evidence right now that would get Gumshoe to let me in that place. That's crap. What if we examine the chief prosecutor, the chief or something? That man must be the head, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll be right back when I look up a walkthrough. Okay, this is one of those things that I would have never figured out on my own. Because Edgeworth is freaking in front of this. There's a paper wad under his desk that we have to examine. That's it. That's all we needed. God, I hate when this game pulls that crap. I wonder what he was writing before. Come on, Mr. Rudd. Let's take a look. There was like no clues or anything. It was just standing in front of it. You haven't examined anything in a while, so how are you supposed to get it? Anyways, are you crazy? Edgeworth is sitting right there. Just distract him. I'll check it out. Hey, Edgeworth. Is that Detective Gumshoe out the window there? Oh no, he's falling to the ground. Hold on. First, let me see what this girl's doing crawling around my feet. He didn't even look. What? Letter of rubber. If you can't read, I'll read it for you. It says letter of resignation. Resignation? Edgeworth, you don't mean... I'm tired, Mr. Wright. I feel as if something inside me has died. But Mr. Edgeworth, none of it is your fault. I know the path I've walked. You don't need to tell me. And the path I've walked hasn't been a just one. I can't forgive myself for what I've done, and no one else should forgive me either. Uh-oh. I think he's serious. Mr. Wright, please, you have to do something. This letter of resignation. I wonder if I can use it for anything. Put letter of resignation in pocket. And now we can go back to Gumshoe. Good God, how was I supposed to get that? It's ridiculous. Alright, let's see here. Let's go back to Gumshoe. Let's go back to Gumshoe. Where are you, Gumshoe? Criminal affairs. Now that your precious boss is retiring, maybe you'll give me some information! Ha 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 ha! Alright. Have this. He's serious, wow. What's this crumpled up piece of paper? No, why? Mr. Edgeworth can't be serious! Is he ever not serious? I can't believe they pushed him that far! Mr. Edgeworth really feels responsible. At first I thought he was as cold as ice, but now I know different. He trusted us detectives to provide him with sound evidence, but we betrayed him. Detective? That's it. I've made up my mind. But, here, take my ID card. We can't do that. If someone found out, they wouldn't let you off the hook with another lost item report. Look at me. It's no secret I'm already out of the loop. After all, I'm friends with Mr. Edgeworth. Depending on how this case turns out, I may already be as good as terminated. What? So at least let me do this. For Mr. Edgeworth's sake. Alright, detective. Thank you. Gumshoe's ID tucked swiftly into your pocket. Well, good news is we can go into the chief's office now. I do feel bad for Gumshoe, though. We're about to find out the truth. February 24th, Police Department Chief's Office. Time to do this crap. Here goes, Mr. Wright. Click. Beep! And no other police detectives see me doing this. Fantastic. Ginormous organ. Open sesame! If anyone finds us now, Detective Gumshoe's a goner. If that happens, I'm counting on you to bail me out. Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I don't even know you could flop a ghost. Detective Gumshoe! What are you doing sneaking up on us like that? I wasn't sneaking! I was just worried something might go wrong! So I came too. If you're here, then what's the point in you giving us your ID card? Crumpled Gumshoe's ID card in pocket. Hey, don't do that to my card! So you're just gonna leave the door open? Well, whatever, I guess. I hardly ever get a chance to come in here. So I figured I'd have a look around myself. Besides, we're all in this together now. You really do want to get fired, don't you? Not if we're lucky. No, come on, let's see what we can find out. I've got a bad feeling about this. Oh, man. Oh, boy. So, let's freaking look around. Thank you, Gumshoe, for risking your job. Wow, look at the size of Chief Gant's desk. Speaking of that, when we were here earlier. Oh, it's you two. Chief Gant! He put that paper he was reading in his desk. Oh, yes. I wonder what he was reading. This looks like a list of evidence used in a case. A list of evidence? In most cases, the list runs twice as long as this. Hey, look at the case, Nellan! Huh? SL9 incident. I wonder what this is doing here. Hold on, detective. What did you just say? I said I wonder what... No, about evidence lists. Normally, they're twice as long. That's right, I guess there wasn't a lot of evidence. A half-size list of evidence. That list of evidence, it seems too short. Most lists run twice as long. What would the other half of the list be doing here? I knew it! The chief must be hiding something about that case! It would appear so. Evidence list added to the court record. Yes. It sounds like Brian Pepper's music. What's in the statue? This is the real deal, isn't it? This armor and these weapons? Sure is, pal. The chief doesn't care for limitations. First the pipe organ and now this armor. Do you know how many taxpayer dollars must have gone into this room? What? You mean we're paying for this? That's it. I'm not paying 1 cent of my taxes. You don't have any taxes to pay. Shh, be careful of what you say. Who knows? The chief may be hiding in the armor as we speak. I don't think he'd fit in there. Even if it did, he'd never be able to get back out. Cut it out! You guys don't know how scary that guy can be. What about this organ? The chief's organ sure is a sight to behold. Occasionally, we hear him playing it from the criminal affairs department. That's on the 2nd floor, and this is the 15th. When a detective screws up, the chief calls him to his office and makes him listen to the organ for hours. What's so bad about that? Music soothes the soul. After that, the detective can't hear anything for days except the ringing in his ears. So it's an instrument of punishment, literally. But aren't the chief's ears affected? He never listened to anyone anyway. That's besides the point. Wow, nice. What's on the other side of the room here? This was Lana's desk. It sure is tidy. Lana's always been a meticulous cleaner. There's not even any dust on it. Looks like someone's still keeping it clean. Does Lana ever come back here? No. Chief Gant must still keep it clean in memory of their partnership. They were the stuff legends are made of. Does he keep it in memory of her or in the memory of the crime? Alright, what about this thing? These shelves are mostly empty. Lana must have cleaned them out when she transferred over to the prosecutor's office. There's a small picture frame on the left shelf. Huh! This is when Lana and I went to that theme park! No, she obviously misses what her sister and her used to have. Okay, we just read that. Is there anything on the chair, maybe? Nope. Anything under the desk? Read that already.
Maybe we need to talk to Detective Gumshoe, I don't know. Or maybe there's something else on Gant's desk. Ooh, there's a safe. This is a safe, isn't it? Safe. That word is ripe with intrigue. Okay, if you say so. It looks like a code needs to be entered in this panel to open it. I bet it's SL9 or some bull crap. A 7-digit number. I think I just might know what it is. A 7-digit number. That's a hard one. Do you know what it is? I have a hunch. Oh, I know! You want to try my birthday? It's... Ah, I know what to do. I have a better idea. Here goes nothing. I know what to do. Let's use the luminol on it. Of course, that's not it. That'd be funny if it was it. Okay, why don't we use the luminol, the fingerprint testing stuff. Or the fingerprinting set, rather. Yes, 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 we did that already. Can't we, how do we use it on the safe? That's what I'm wondering. Oh, don't input the code. We probably just go don't input the code or some bullcrap, right? Okay, so let's examine this. While we're turboing, of course. Don't touch it. Really? We gotta find something more definite? A 7-digit number. Didn't we see one of those somewhere? How about we try entering my birthday? Oh! Duh! It's the 777 number! Duh. I know what it is. It's the 777 number, isn't it? That's gotta be it. Yes! I was right. God, I'm smart. Alright. Bingo! What number did you enter? Whose birthday was that, pal? 77777. The final ID card number on that record. What? The number of the mysterious executive officer who entered the room that day. You mean 777 the ID number? I think you're 1-7 shy this time. This can only mean one thing. That's Chief Gant's ID number. So, anyone care to look inside? Yes. Yes, I do, Emma. Yes, I do. Is there any money in there? How much of the stash anyway? Look, it's a shard from a broken cup. It's a Buzz Lightyear! Buzz Lightyear! Just kidding. This somehow looks familiar. Where have I seen this before? There's something else in here, too. What is that? A handprint? What's this? Looks like a piece of leather cloth. This is a handprint, isn't it? Hey, I thought someone wearing a shirt like that once. You think the chief made up the design? I don't think so. Oh, well, it was just a thought. Is that it? Is that all you were that was in the safe? Apparently so. It's empty now. A piece of cloth with a handprint on it? And a broken shard from a cup? They look like pieces of evidence. But unless you can prove they have something to do with the case, I'm afraid I can't just let you take them. After all, it's my neck on the line here. Great. Now I have to prove the relevancy to get them. How are those two items related to the SL9 incident? Come on, there's gotta be something we can show the detective. Well, that's rather easy. It's my attorney's badge. When he says I'm an attorney, he'll definitely let me take the items. Not quite. Okay, first show him the jar, because that's obvious. Detective Gumshoe, could you have another look at this jar? All of us put that back together. Oh, those were the days. It's kind of early to be nostalgic. Wasn't this jar a piece of evidence from that case? That's right. One of the shards had an SL9 incident sticker on it. Doesn't this ring any bells? You know, that fragment we just found? You mean this one? That was in the safe? Yes, that one. That was in the safe. Now that you mention it, it's ringing a lot of bells. Let's see if it fits. I stand by for the argumentos. Here, let's see that shards. I'll take a crack at this. Go ahead, pal. Show us what a rookie can do. Mr. Red, here's some glue. If I can piece this together again, it'll prove Chief Gant was knowingly hiding evidence. Here goes. Da-da-da-da! Combine! Oh, we have to turn it. Derp. Da-da-da! Combine! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There! It's like a charm. Fits like a charm. That, of course, means Chief Gant willingly and knowingly had a piece of this jar in his safe. In other words, he concealed a piece of evidence from the SL9 incident. But, hey guys, get a load of this! What is it? This piece you just attached. It's different from the others. It is? What is that? There's a reddish line on it. A reddish line? That's blood. I don't get it. Why would Chief Gant hide this in his safe? The unstable jar data has been updated. So we've got that, and now to present the final piece of evidence, which is Marshall's prints. Oh, or maybe, okay, so not Marshall's prints. How about the evidence locker? Not the evidence locker. Or the rubber glove. Maybe the rubber glove. If I'm fired, I won't be able to give you any information, so that's why I have to get it all out of my system now. You understand, don't you? Don't be so negative, Detective. We do want you to share your information, though. Oh, who I fooled? I never heard anything useful to share to begin with. I got to still positive. So that wasn't it. Dang, what evidence corresponds with the cloth? Can we talk to Gumshoe? Maybe there's an option. The chief's office. That desk on the other side of the room. Was that your sister's? Well, yes, that's where I was waiting for Lana. On that day 2 years ago. Is anyone using it now? No, sir. This is an entirely Chief Gant's office now. He practices a strict policy of preserving the crime scene. That's a strange reason to leave it there. He leaves it as a warning to everyone else. He wants us to always be alert. He told us so himself at our New Year's party. Of course, he was pretty intoxicated at the time. I see. Chief Gant drunk. I'll do say. So ever since Lana left, no one ever touches that desk? No one except Chief Gant. And the cleaning lady who's in here each morning. Still, 2 years have passed since that incident. The cleaning lady was the murderer. Just kidding. There can't be possibly any clues remaining. Tell me about Chief Gant. Can I ask you something? Sure. You only came here to look around, right? Because it's one of the SL9 crime scenes. I mean, that's your only reason for coming here, isn't it? Why do you ask? You don't think... Nah, you wouldn't be. No! No, there's no way. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Okay, now then let's look around a bit more. Hey, hold on! Not so fast, buddy! Huh? What is it? When someone tells you don't worry about it, it's supposed to start bothering you, pal. You don't just let it go at that. Sorry, this guy's starting to get on my nerves. Okay, so what's bothering you? You two don't think Chief Gant might be a suspect, do you? What? Yeah, Mr. Wright, what do we think of him? I think so. Chief Gant. So it's finally come to this. What do I think of him? Perhaps it's best I don't divulge my feelings yet. There he goes, ignoring me again. Alright, well, what do we present to show that bloodstain thing is the right thing? Maybe this jar? Feel a lot better now that this jar is complete. But it only raises another question. What was a piece of it doing in the chief's safe? More importantly, why wasn't there any money in there? Isn't that what safes are for anyway? I have a feeling the outcome of tomorrow's trial just might hinge on this. So, okay, so isn't there... Maybe it's the floor plans, since there was wiped stuff. Nope, that's not the floor plans. What about the screwdriver? Nope, not the screwdriver. Victim shoe? Nope. I have no idea, really. What about this scan team picture? Nope. Evidence list. That's what the chief was reading before, isn't it? You know when we first came in here? Yeah, it looks like the right side of the form's been torn off. So Mr. Edgeworth's list really was only half of the whole thing. Something else is bugging me more than that. Take a look at the back of that form, pal. The back? Oh, well let's check it then. I want to see the back of that form. Whoa! What the heck is that? Whoa! I wonder what this is. It looks like someone drew some kind of sketch here. What is it? Did you find something? I can't make it out. I'd better keep quiet about it for now. Huh? Oh, no, it's nothing. Why are your eyes moving about like that, Mr. Wright? Better not forget about this picture. Okay, so it'll be useful later then. I see. These files. Anything? Nope.
Crap, what else is there? No. What about this? No. Have we presented, like, everything yet? Because I'm really... I don't know. What about this fingerprinting set? I'd like you to have a look at this. Hey, I know what that is. So you want to take some fingerprints? That's a great idea, detective. Okay, that's a good idea. That's what we're supposed to do. All right, go to town, chief. What are you doing? Why are you sticking out your hand like that? Go ahead, take my fingerprints. It's not your fingerprints we want to take. Huh? Come on, this isn't the time for jokes. We're talking about that cloth we found in the safe. Oh, haha, I knew that. The one with a handprint on it, right? Chief, where's your sense of humor? Okay, Mr. Wright, let's check for prints. Sprinkle the powder on the cloth. Then, once they've been absorbed in the prints, blow the rest away. And don't snort them, because that's illegal. What are you, my mom? I don't have to be told a million times. All right, let's get this over with. All right. Let's examine the Bestine fingerprint, which is the middle finger. That guy was obviously trying to flip us off when he was doing this. All right, let's see here. Whoops. Ah, crap. Come back. Thank you. Clicked outside the screen for a second. That's not good. And I believe... I can't remember what my... Whoops. No, come back. What did I just do? Oh, there we go. Crap, I think it was page up, wasn't it? Crap, what was my... Okay, I can't remember what my... Okay, I'm gonna have to look. Hold on one second. Hotkey config. Let's see. Hotkey. Microphone. Number pad. Okay, it's number pad 1. Gotcha. Cool. Da-da-da-da. What do we got? That's not Damon Gant. It's not Meekins. It's not Marshall. Might be Detective Goodman's. It's similar. Nope, not Gumshoes. Not Lana's. Emma? It looks like Emma's. Okay, so it could be Emma's. It's definitely Emma's. What the heck? Why is it Emma's? What? Unbelievable, man, I tell you what. Emma's fingerprints on this cloth. What the heck? No! How can this be? What are Emma's fingerprints doing here? Huh, you found a match? Whose fingerprints were they? Huh? It seems the prints are too old. They aren't clear enough to get a match. Oh, that's too bad. I thought they'd be Dark's prints. Psst! Hey, you! Over here! What's going on here? What are those kids' prints doing inside that chief's safe? Don't ask me. I think he's a pedophile to me. Anyways, let's just keep this information from Emma for now. Here. Maybe you should hold on to this. Strip of cloth holding it out of the court record. Indeed. Well, was I any help? Of course! Thanks to your ID card, we were able to get some hard evidence. Now that's not very kind, is it? I do say. In other words, if it wasn't for his ID card, he would have been useless. Isn't that right, you in the coat, I do say. Deal! Chief Gant! We didn't think you'd be back so soon. Fortunately, I'm a man who believes in signs. As I was walking to my meeting, I happened to look out in a window and saw a stray dog run right into a pole. I do say. Just then, I thought of a certain detective. Do you mean, me, sir? Now then, I'm afraid I'm going to have to ask you all to leave, I do say. Yes, sir, sorry. Who? You in the coat. Me, sir? Drop off your ID on the way. Drop off your ID on the way out. You won't be needing it anymore. But, sir! Now get out! Yes, sir! We'll be on our way too, then. Wait, you, the one without the spiky hair. Don't go yet. Well, sir? I'd like a word with you. But, sir, I'm not a licensed scientific investigator yet. You with the spiky hair, you're free to go. Mr. Wright? I don't want to leave her with that pedophile. Jeez. Look, pal, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times, the chief's office is off limits. But no, you just had to go sneaking in there like that, didn't you? I thought you said you didn't care anymore if you were fired. Yeah, but if I knew it'd be like this, I never would have said it. Now that I've seen the evidence Chief Gant was hiding in his office, I think I'm finally starting to get the picture. It's hard to believe anyone could keep quiet about it all this time. Anyway, you listening to me? I'm gonna try to smooth things over with the Chief again. Later, pal. After that, I heard from Emma. She said the police want to ask her some questions, so she'll be busy for the rest of the day. February 24th, Detention Center, visitor's room. I see, so the chief asked Emma to come in for questioning. It's no use thinking about it. Tomorrow's the final day in court. I'm committed to doing everything I can to defend you, which is why I'm here. But I've already told you all I can. What you've told me over these past couple of days is absolutely nothing. Not a single useful thing. Really? I believe I did mention something quite important. Something I told you right at the beginning. I said that I was the one who stabbed Detective Goodman. You know, I think I finally figured it out. Who is it you're hiding behind those words? Mia did a good job mentoring you. I'm rather jealous. It seems Edgeworth was right. Edgeworth? Once you're convinced you know something, no one can persuade you otherwise. Thick-headed is the term he used, I believe. Now's my chance to get her to tell me the rest of the story, and we'll have to do it next episode. Rate, comment, subscribe, favorite, and see you guys next time.